Everybody to the Ladies and Grays episode of Heighten Your Six Sense with Sean Green. I got Miss Elisha Gabriell from Colorado. Is that correct?
Yes, Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs. I know you said it's very cold there. And cold, is it snowing there or just very cold?
14 degrees, and I'm looking out the window, and it is still snowing. It's been snowing all day. Yeah, I did go out.
Well, I hope you're staying warm and you're staying safe out there when you driving to work and around town and things like that.
Yeah, I have to do that in the morning really early, and I'm hoping the highway won't be all ice.
Yeah, so I want to tell the audience a little bit about you. You're the founder of Laughing Goddess International, a mentor, a guide helping people with higher frequencies to manifest abundance, joy, and divine love. Just, I know the audience is going to really elevate and transform through this conversation and everything that you have to offer and all your wisdom and knowledge. Yeah. So how can we align with higher frequencies currently flowing through our cosmos to accelerate personal transformation?
There's so much in so many ways, and really the bottom line is having a continual intention to open to the cosmic wisdom and the cosmic rays that are continually bathing our universe in these wonderful higher frequencies. And to have that intention to be aware when something catches your attention, when something aligns with you and lifts you up, that is something to pay attention to, of course. Little things like choosing to wake up to a wondrous day before you instead of, oh God, what do I
Exactly.
Choosing to believe that you're going to have a wondrous day. Something wonderful is going to happen today, and I can't wait to see what it is. And having that mindset when you wake up, having your personal private practice in the morning when you wake up is very important, because the way you come out of bed and the way you greet your home, the way you look out the window at the world for you is the way that your day will unfold, most likely. Now, you can have unexpected challenges, you can have unexpected miracles, and kind of that's what life is. And when you maintain a normalcy of a high frequency throughout your week, throughout month after month, those dips go like this, then start to go like this. You'll have the dips because that's the contrast, that's the yin and the yang of this life. And we learn those slight dips. We learn to pull on the power and our abilities and our strength and our own wisdom when we go down and come up again. When it starts out, it's like this. You can get mired in those low places. After you've practiced and those higher frequencies have become a part of who you are, then it's like this. Then you notice the dips, but you flow through the dips because you've done it so many times. You don't identify with the low points and have to struggle to get back up to the high point. You're already like this.
Yeah, so you just you riding the wave of the energy instead of letting the energy control you, in a sense.
In a way, sure. And your own individual frequency over time will maintain at a higher level. So when the dips come, the dips are lower and less dramatic than when your frequency is lower and you're just learning. You tend to identify more with those low places because your frequency is lower. So you think, oh no, here we go.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because basically saying as your awareness increases, you every time you do have a dip in the frequency, you never really drop back down to that lower level. You kind of you always stay up, and then you just continue staying on the upward frequency.
Yes, and you become a higher frequency. Your frequency as an individual is beaming out like a lighthouse at a higher frequency all of the time.
Yeah, that's true. Because I for instance, I have an example. Like today, I sent a friend a text, and I was like, I think I said, happy Tuesday. And I say, good morning, have a terrific Tuesday, or something like that. I said, just something positive. And our response back was, if that's what you want to call it, or something like that. And I was like, yes, that's the goal. The goal is to have a
Yes.
terrific day.
Yeah. Same
So
thing happened to me in our grocery store.
yeah, I didn't feed into like the negative response. I just gave her back a positive,
Yeah.
affirming the positive
Yes.
statement I said. She may have missed it, but
Yeah.
it was all you can do is give it. You can't give them,
That's
can't
right.
have them to receive it.
That's right. And I don't want to whip somebody over the head about how they should be positive. It's their choice. And if they can see my
Yeah,
positivity, hi, how you doing? It's their choice
yeah.
to respond with, well, I'm alive. Well, at least I'm alive. And I hear a lot of people say that. And it's their choice. They can respond at the same frequency and meet it or not. And I'm not there to bop them over the head positive.
Right. Because like we say, the conscious mind has the ability to accept or reject something. And
Yes.
so, and some people will always, they reject it. Sometimes they accept the good stuff, and a lot of times they don't. They reject it. And so they're in a negative state. So what they give you back negativity, because that's the energy they're in that moment.
Yeah. That's probably where they live most of their life.
I wonder why some people choose to live in it. Maybe it's by habit. I guess it's by habit. It's their paradigm, right?
The more they focus on not having, on not living, on not being fully alive, then that's what they're creating for themselves, is not being fully alive.
Yeah. So in a sense, they're alive, but they're actually dead. Yeah. Because they're focusing on the fact that
they're kind of, the living dead, as has been said.
Yeah. That's well, all we can do is be a light for other people, and hopefully that they'll receive a little bit of that, and over time, if you're around them a lot, you can maybe lift them up, elevate them. But if it's somebody you just meet one time, they can just, maybe you can be an example of that he was a good person, or he was nice, or she had a good spirit, or something like that.
Yep.
I guess you can't change the world. You only can be the bearer of the good light, right?
Yeah, you can change yourself and then be a lighthouse, what I call a lighthouse. And and that's all kinds of fun doing that. But you can't be attached to the result.
Yeah. So because I've been doing a study lesson, and basically kind of the same thing you said about the wave of the energy, and the goal is, you in the morning time you say, I am infinitely abundant, I am infinitely rich, I am in great health. You say these couple statements every morning as soon as you wake up, and then after that you say your goal, wherever your goal may be, whether it's financial or whatever the goal is, and you repeat your goal, and so that sets the tone for your day. And then at nighttime, before you fall asleep, with the minute before you fall asleep, before for the subconscious mind to kick in, you repeat it again. So you be in that energy throughout the day, then you fall asleep in it, and you feed it to your subconscious. Then you'll be able to attract that energy, that frequency into you, and then the universe will align everything to create. It is what it is, your goal, and whatever you want. So
may I share an affirmation that I do most mornings?
I love to hear.
Okay, it is. No, I have to remember it right away. I deal a lot with my I am presence. Everyone has an I am presence. Everyone has that place below all the layers of personality and cultural programming, etc. I won't go into all the programming because we all know what it is. Beyond those layers is the pure white light core that we all are, and that is called our I am presence. I am that I am. This is the affirmation, I think.
No pressure.
I'll just start it and I'll get it. So the love that I am is now reflected back to me through every form and expression. The love that I am is now reflected back to me through every form and expression. To me, that is one of the most powerful affirmations that I have created, because it comes from the core of who you are. It's different from, I need a car, so I'm going to focus on tips and LOA, law of attraction tips of how to get that car. I'm going to write 100 times. I am in my perfect car. You say this, the love that I am is reflected back to me through every form And every expression, that means every person that I meet today is a mirror of the love that I am. Every tree outside my house is a mirror. It's a reflection of the love I am, that part of me that is source, creator, God. Every song I hear on the radio can be a reflection of that love that is coming back to me through song, through music. And I love that affirmation because I don't have to focus on prosperity. I don't have to focus on perfect health, though I do and can many times. All I have to say is the love that I am is now coming back to me in a reflection through every form and expression. And to me, that's the ultimate affirmation because I feel the power.
Yeah, no, it is powerful. It is powerful because I know that, and most people, some people know that separation is illusion. So everything that exists is part of you. We witness no separation. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Focus on that part of yourself that is brilliant, that is truth, that is love, and see it reflected back to you through everything in your reality.
Because I was watching the podcast recently, and the guy Billy Carson, he was on Sean Ryan show, and he was talking about how basically the scientists figured out that everything is conscious, no matter what it is, because everything is made from the same source, the original power. So, and it's like if everybody will respect everything as such as it is alive, which it is, the world will be a better place if everybody, just approach everything like as it is alive, and as is a no separation. We all are one thing, So, and I was like, man, they're pretty deep. How you explained it and broke it down?
I was saying that 30 years ago. I wrote that in my book, which is the theme of that consciousness all through my book, White Buffalo and the Rainbow Warrior. I was saying, and this is another little affirmation that I use a lot, especially when I'm teaching in my through my newsletter or whatever. I love every living thing. I bring my love to every living thing. I love, honor, and respect every living thing, and everything is living. I swear I've said that for 30 years. I love that, and that's what I live by.
Yeah, wow. I mean, that affirmation is that explains exactly what I was saying. So that's so true, and that's cool. But that's cool. You say you've been. So where did you learn that from? Something that it was a download that came to you
from my own self. Yeah, I just was. I was born, and I always felt, and I know this, hundreds of thousands and millions of people have the same experience of feeling different in their family. I was the only one with red hair and a round face in my family. My entire family had small or thinner faces and brown hair. And I truly believed that I was adopted for a long, long, long time until it was proven to me. And I was kind of disappointed, to tell you the truth.
Oh, wow.
I was hoping my real parents would come and rescue me anytime. And I know millions of people have that same experience. And so I don't know what the point was there, but I know I was responding to something that you said.
It make a lot of sense. Yeah. But a lot of people do feel that way. So did you feel like you were like the black sheep or outcast, or you just felt different?
Yeah, I was the black sheep for a long, long time. Eventually, my sister read my book, White Buffalo, and she was very impressed with it. She said it's the only book that she's ever read. And she's not into reading. She doesn't relate to it. She learns experientially. She doesn't read to learn. And she was very impressed with it and said she was going to show her ex. He happened to have him read it, and her best girlfriend have them read it. So it was the first time that I felt valuable in my sister's eyes. My mother read it, but she never mentioned it again. And she passed away without ever wanting to know any more about it. And my girlfriends loved me, and their families loved me, but they always called me wacky or goofy or, And I grew up believing I was weird. Even now, I will say, God, I am so weird.
Go ahead. You are who you are, though. I mean, There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. So.
Oh, I know it, but there's that little part of me that comes in every once in a while. And, you're all feeling this, and I'm going, well, I'm not feeling that. I am so weird.
Yeah, so you pretty much normally you'll be the exact opposite of what other people are thinking or feeling.
No, I totally agree with Ascension and everything, and I adore and learn so much from every podcast I watch. But there's still a part of me that doesn't relate to the lower frequencies where they say, well, we all fill in the blank. Well, we all have been feeling stressed lately. Well, we've all been feeling out of control lately. I'm going, well, I don't. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me that I don't feel that? And I just label it as, you are so weird.
Well, I mean, it's probably a good thing you don't feel the way you feel.
It is.
Because you wouldn't be as happy and joyous as loving as you are now. So you'll be probably just as miserable with them if you felt the same way.
Possibly.
So tell me, I would like to know more about what are the angelic light clearing activations? How can they help remove energy blocks in our lives?
Well, we focus on the individual person's desires for the session. And so I will say in the beginning, well, what would you like us to focus on? And then we will focus on that. And I will ask the person questions and bring the answers out of them. So I'm not perceiving what's wrong with a person and then doing what I think they need. I'm asking them, if this is your highest self and this is where you are now, what can you do to bridge to come to this frequency in details, not in a very general way like that, but let's be very specific. And I might give my perceptions and help them along with that realization. And then the angels come in. That's part one. Then the angels come in and they bring their light rays. Every angel is an expression of a particular frequency of source creator. That's why you have angels of love. You have, with Valentine's Day coming up, you have angels of love everywhere. Angels of healing, angels for business, literally. There are angels that will help you with your business if you ask. And there are angels for everything, because source creator is everything. And source has commanded the expression of the different frequencies of itself in an angelic expression. And that angelic expression is living consciousness of that particular ray. And so then the angels come in and they beam their particular frequency into your energy field in the way that they perceive that they are bringing that lack or that weakness or whatever it is, that limiting belief. Most of the time, they're helping to dissolve that limiting belief so that it just, dissolves away. And then they come in and they strengthen that area and they put that frequency that is strong into your energy. And
that's incredible.
Yeah. And then we close, and that's basically it.
And so, in that process, I know you've helped countless people, around the world, in that with that light clearing activation. Like, what are some, memorable, takeaways from doing that, or some things you help people with the most?
Well, it's almost always self-doubt, low self-worth, because those are things that I personally grew up with, having a violent alcoholic father. It's very easy for me to relate to that. It's very easy for me to sense that in someone else. And it's very easy to clear it and then have the person contact me later and say, wow, I don't know what you did, but my self-esteem has grown by 5 in the last few weeks. My feeling of self-worth, I've created a new job, meaning I got a higher, where I'm respected, and my abilities and talents are valued for the first time in my life. And again, I had those exact same experiences. I took low-paid jobs where I had to work really hard to prove my worth. And then finally, I started getting valued. I started getting positive feedback all the time from every job and every client I worked with. And it just can transform your life. Well, it does transform your life because you are becoming the light that you really are. Those layers are falling away. They may not fall away all at once, but as I know, people use the onion as a perfect example. You know, we just got
peeling the layers.
Yeah, we got 3 layers away. Celebrate, and you can see the slight change in your environment, the way people treat you, the way your banker addresses you, the way at the grocery store how they react to you. Everywhere you go, excuse me, that feedback comes back, and then if you have several sessions or figure out something else to do. There are many, many ways to heal and many, many ways to shine your light and to get rid of those layers. And mine is just one, but it's a good one.
Yeah, that's really good. So normally a person does like one session or is multiple, or just it depends on the person.
It depends on the person, what they want and what their budget is. Right now, I've got a special running. It's normally $95 for a half hour of work, and through February only, it is $49. So it's a big, it's a big difference.
It's great. You'll be able to help a lot more people. You know, a lot of people that might be more appealing to some more people. How do you how do you normally promote yourself? How do people find out about you?
Mostly through podcasts, to tell you the truth.
Through podcasts. Okay, yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, so many people. You know, have energy blocks, and going through so much things, and that's going to really help so many people around.
I'm also an ascension mentor. So if you are having trouble with your ascension, you've stayed at the same spot for a long, long time and haven't budged, which I doubt because the frequencies are so fast and so high, you almost can't stay stagnant for long. But should you be having trouble, I do that work as well with the angels in the same sessions. So it's not just physical stuff. It's, are you so stressed out you can't function? Are you overwhelmed with the frequencies that are going faster and lifting you higher and higher? Now you're starting auras around people and you never did before, and that kind of scares you. I'm available as your sister to help them.
So you'll help a person, guide them through elevating the frequency to a higher frequency, in a sense.
And to stay balanced as you move through the ascension of your own, the awakening of your own self, the blossoming of the light within you.
Okay. So I guess that probably could, if a person, if they were on a certain level and then all of a sudden overnight they started just transforming really quick, they might not recognize themselves, in a sense, right?
A lot of people talk about awakening as a Kundalini awakening, and having taught Kundalini yoga for 18 years, I am sensitive to what is a Kundalini awakening and what is not. And I hear quite a bit of people describing an awakening. There wasn't a Kundalini awakening. And they're all having many awakenings of all different kinds. They're all being downloaded with higher frequencies. And it doesn't take a Kundalini awakening to explode with light. The downloads alone that we're receiving are integrating into every cell in our body, every speck of our energy field. And that is simply called an awakening.
So basically, every day we're all going to some level of awakening.
Yes, I think so.
If you open to it.
Yeah, if you're open to it, because there are millions that are not.
Yeah, that's why you say some people may be stuck repeating the same thing, the same cycle over again, because they're not open-minded or even aware that they could actually progress to a higher level.
Yes, they don't understand the benefits and they can't conceive of it for them. They're happy with their lives as they are, and that's great, because there's nothing wrong with that in the least.
But isn't that the point of it all, in this life, for mastery and to elevate to the point to where you are, basically going from that third dimensional to the fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional person, energy.
But there are some people that won't make it in this particular lifetime, and they will go, because I was watching a podcast yesterday, and the old yoga scriptures that I used to read. I used to be able to speak Punjabi and read the Gurmukhi. I could read the scriptures. Not anymore, because it's been so long and I've lost that ability. But they used to say there are worlds upon worlds, universes upon universes. And I was just watching a podcast yesterday of a woman that died and was shown, went into a place where there were universes upon universes. And her guide in that journey told her, there are an infinite number of universes. There are an infinite number of universes with planets that are similar to Earth. They might be a little higher frequency. They might be a little lower frequency. They might be almost exactly the same in other universes. But he told her there is an infinite, because they are always more being created. You know, source is nothing if it's not a creative force.
It's a constantly create.
Yep, it is continually creating more people, more souls, more universes, more planets, more frequencies of reality, more dimensions of life. And that's really exciting.
It really is. That's incredible that she got the opportunity to see that, you know, and experience and remember it, you know, to talk about it.
Yeah, cool.
It's been a really great conversation. I've learned a lot, and I know the audience will learn a lot as well. Well, Miss Alicia, it's been great, and just thank you to come on the Heighten Your podcast and be a part of the family. And we just honored and blessed to have you here. And I'm excited and looking forward to, you know, getting this edited and out there, and looking forward to the next time we connect.
Thank you. Me too. Very much. You're like an old friend now.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Maybe when I'm in Colorado one day, we can hang out and have that coffee. So.
Yes. Yeah. Right. And if I happen to stroll through Mississippi, we'll go somewhere and do something fun.
That'd be good. All right. Well, this has been another great episode of Heighten Your Sixth Sense. Sean Green and Miss Alicia, and I'm from Colorado, and we really appreciate you. And we see you guys on the next episode. Much love. Peace.